I was wondering how it would look like to make a video in darkness, and how it would seem. I assumed that perhaps something would be visible, even if it's the most minute speck, perhaps my teeth or my eyes, but obviously that's not the case, and I don't mind. I just am sitting here wondering what people assume or think about what they do to people spiritually, which people think is unseen and unknown, and realistically, and what do they expect as a return in that regard. There is a sense of foreverness in eternity that will never stop, where there will be no rest or peace, there will be no pause, there will be no time for a water break, for a rest, for a stop. Sorry if I'm repetitive in some ways. I like utilizing the thesaurus because I like saying the same thing in different ways because it's the only way people can hear once, because they listen never. Many people do not fear things or people or certain situations because people don't look as stealthy or as cunning or outlasting as the other. Some people don't give off the impression of what they may appear as in certain aspects in a holistic sense. Maybe you know a person aesthetically, not physically, not um, soulfully, not spiritually, you know, not oracally, not hypothetically, not figuratively. And that is the issue. If we just took time to take people as their whole self, wholesale, it would be a better experience for everyone, because where we're going, I wonder if people ever think about what happens after that, after death and after death's death. I wonder if people ever think about the afterlife in a real way, and then they count their sins. People are so busy talking about count your blessings one by one. No, 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 no. Count your sins. Because if you counted your sins and you stayed with them, certain things would happen. You'd be more careful with even the dirtiest and most poor of people, trust me. What do they have on me? That loser, they fell off. Oh, mostly to succeed. Ha 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 ha. LMFAO, etc., etc. And these are the people who probably decide what we eat forever or where we go forever. Aren't you scared about where we're going? Forget about God, forget about Satan, which is a dangerous thing because they are ever prevalent and they are so dangerous. Both equally the same. Lying, God most triumphant. People keep asking, if God's God, why did they create Satan? Or if God's God, why can't they defeat Satan? Every year we are praying against Satan. You are the ones who keep Satan alive. Satan feeds off of sin. And every day I watch humanity and society go overboard with it. I know when people start thinking, talking like this, they say, oh, spiritual psychosis. Where did the evangelists go then? Me, I won't evangelize to people who are lost for good. It's beyond a fallen generation. Remember when God in the Bible is asking, can you please create for me a fucking generation, God, Lee? And today, just please, just someone make a society, one generation that's just not perfect, but I mean, I don't know, like, at least not even good, but at least loving, I guess, themselves more so than like just like when I say love thy neighbor like you love yourself, I'm assuming you love yourself. Nah, you don't think about that. Because all's vanity, I suppose. But how does Satan win souls? Through vanity. So vanity has some sort of purpose. But in that encompassing, all encompassing state of mind, people still just undermine. I don't think God is coming or there'll be an Armageddon or reckoning. It's long past. What if this is it? People keep asking, no, when you sleep, you're dead. When you wake, you're alive. What if you're alive when you sleep, you go to sleep? And when you wake, you're dead? What's real then? You're breathing, you're holding a phone, I show you breathing, holding a phone and you're dreaming. And when you're dreaming, what if you're not dreaming, you leave your body and you go live your real life? What if you never sleep? What is reality? A hologram? A dream state? A waking state, REM sleep? What is it truly? In life, people need to understand that people in hell can't wait to get others in. So when you find someone being overly powerful and almost, the anointed ones, the chosen ones, you must be a godly one. You must be the only one to reach God. Moses reached God, and the Bible is saying that he's stuck in some limbo in the darkness. None of us are living in biblical times. There won't be a Bible written about us. So how much more? How much more damning is where we're going? I say going to give you hope. You're already where you are at. Heaven and hell will look like what is assumed by that which is higher is your worst case scenario, permanently in every aspect. And it will get much more worse. So if you're in hell, maybe start doing good deeds. Or stop completely. Because I believe if you're in hell, there's different levels of hell. Have you watched What Dreams May Come? It makes even heaven look like a hell, trust me. Because that's the first level of hell, the supposed heaven. And there are different levels of heaven. So you may be in heaven and you were wronged your whole life while you did right by everyone. And to thank you, they did unspeakable things. Then you do what? You stop and you do better. You show you love yourself by giving up on all of them and focusing on yourself alone. Not your future husband or wife, not children. Focus on yourself. When you go to heaven, you know that song, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my mother, not my brother, it's me, oh Lord. Not my father, not my sister, not my cousin, not my... you're saying, no, I'm here to vouch for myself alone. Not my child, not my anything and what. No one matters when it's heaven and hell. Me, if I was in hell and someone says, it's their fault, I wouldn't go make that person's life hell. I'd stop and say, okay, where did they go wrong? How can I not do that as well? Because if it's their fault, they must be in a worse hell. I know worse is not a fucking... I know worse is not a term, but yes. There's so much stupidity people do. And I don't think people lack ramification or consequence or result. What's coming is going to be so much more painful than anything that ever occurred combined. I'd say God bless, but no.